Hi friends, I hope you are all very well. This is Midlife Chrissy. I'm a single person thriving in London and I'm here to chase a dream. I have recently moved. I actually got keys to the flat for the 1st of February and it is my very first time living on my very own. It was inevitable that I would need things like a Hoover, like plates, like house things. I had to buy a mop. Okay, so what I'm gonna go through is in today's video, I am gonna go through what I spent in February and understand how deep of a hole I'm actually in. So if that is something that you'd like to watch, please stay tuned. The first thing I'm going to do is start off with February. Now, in February's budget, I was working with a large pot, only because I had a lot of expenses to go through, and especially with paying for an overlap month, and I had to sell, so to raise funds for that, I had to sell some stocks and really pinch every penny I could. So unfortunately, I'll tell you in a minute that I actually did spend money on my credit card. So I'm here to be transparent and accountable. So we'll go through it together. So starting off with the 1st of February, of course I got the keys. I put here that I had to pay for a service charge, £97.84. For the plumber that I owed for the month previous, I paid him for the remainder of the job that he did a couple weeks prior to that. Stocks, I took out £331.39, and I guess my personal spend, I spent £29.28, and for gas £41.05, because I just got paid and I wanted to fill my tank. On Thursday, I got paid for my waitressing job, one of the waitressing jobs, $67.39. So I'm putting that over, I'm holding it as a reserve for this month's budget. My personal spend for the 3rd of February is, let's see what I actually did. Why is it so much? 3rd of February. Oh, wow. Okay. So I bought a couple of packs of cigarettes here. I don't like waiting in the queue, but I used to buy 3 packs at a time and just leave it there. But it looks like I only spent 2. Saturday, I spent nothing. Personal spend on Sunday is £1.69. I can only guess that would be some snacks before my shift, and I tithe £10. For Monday the 6th, I spent £30 and 7 pence, and I'm just gonna go through what I actually did for the 6th of. Okay, so for the 6th, I did start moving, and I spent £19 on a takeaway, which, you know, obviously if I run out of food, I can only assume that I've just worked really hard and I just didn't want to cook. I did 2 no spend days following that. And then on the 9th, I did a personal spend of $21.80, and that very much sounds like the cost of cigarettes again. For the 10th, I got paid for my pub job, £126 and 10 pence. Personal spend, £16.38. This is the day that I booked for my movers, okay? So that £16.38 would probably be for a takeaway. No, oh my goodness. Okay, so I spent £11 on a hammer that I bloody needed, because so my flat is on top of a on the 4th floor, and there's 6 flights of stairs to get to it, and it's like one of those windy stairs. A lot of my furniture couldn't fit through the stairs, so I had to go in and flat pack everything. So I needed a hammer to reassemble everything. You can imagine the nightmare I went through when I already disassembled some of the furniture, and then just to find out that I actually need to flat pack the rest of the furniture. So the movers, whilst they were moving there, whilst they were trying to get through the stairs, they decided, like, it's not gonna fit, we have to take it back. So they basically done double the work. I've budgeted £300 for that move, and it cost me an extra £100 just because we had to take things back and forth. This is where I realized on the 11th, I actually did nothing but disassemble furniture and take on a shift. I sold my fridge, so I got 60 pounds out of that, and I did a personal spend of 3 pounds on Sunday, and I tithed 10 pounds there as well. Moving on to the 13th, I paid for my Apple memory, £2.50, £2.49, and I did a personal spend of £12.02. I think what I actually did on the 13th, okay, I paid £7.90 of that for takeout. So yeah, that's the nature of this entire month. I did very little cooking, I'll tell you that. So again, personal spend on there. I bought some cigarettes for £10.90 and some groceries for £4.80. 15th, I made 20 pounds there selling something. Personal spend £3.20, and that is likely going to be lunch. I paid for my investment flats mortgage for £336 and 14 pence on the 16th of February. That is also the same day where I decided, look, you know, I'm gonna need a lot of things. My place is in disarray and I need to get my stuff in order. And I thought, you know what, it was inevitable. I thought I could inherit a Hoover, for example, from the old house, but it looks like, you know, that belonged to the landlord and not to the house. So Costco, I spent 99 pounds and 99 pence on my credit card. In AO, I bought a coffee machine because I am this person who needs an espresso machine now. So I spent 288 pounds and 5 pence. I had a discount code with that. That's why it's not a round number. So luckily I used that and it saved me quite a few pennies. From Amazon, I bought a coffee grinder and some shower curtains and a shower pole. So that came up to 144 pounds and 83 pence. And that personal spend that day would have been 29 pounds and 10 pence, which would have been, let's just have a look. The 16th, where are you, girl? Oh yeah, I spent £15.49 on Domino's and some cigarettes, and I bought some lunch. So it was one of those days where I just wasn't feeling responsible. Hey ho. Anyway, from the pub, I worked a couple of shifts, obviously, and I got paid £117.60. Personal spend was £5. On Saturday, I had the morning off, so I did go to Costco, and I kind of went ham because I literally had a few plates, had a few glasses and mugs, and I don't have any pots and pans. Hence why I had a lot of takeaway spends prior to that. So I decided to buy some pots and pans, some knives, and some what do you call them, cutting boards. So my total spend was £231 46 pence from Costco, which was, you know, I know a little bit ridiculous, and maybe I fit in a hot dog combo there as well. On the 19th, I did not spend a penny. So and again, on the 20th, the only thing that came out was my HSBC credit card, which the minimum payment was £89.36. The following Tuesday, the 21st, I went to IKEA and I spent £79.50, and my personal spend there would have been £14.40. This is the same day I had to enlist some help to assemble some damaged furniture because during the move my wardrobes were damaged, so I didn't know how to screw anything on, and I had someone help me put together some no nails and clamps and just things I didn't have. So I would say on the 14th, that $14.40 would have been some cigarettes and I guess a drink for us to share, just because, you know, I'm very grateful for that help. I went to the office on the 22nd, and I saw that Paper Chase had a closing down sale. Now this is never happened, and I love Paper Chase items. So yeah, I treated myself a little bit. I spent 21 pounds at Paper Chase, and a lot of the remainder cost of that would have been lunch and a fare to the the train fare to go to the office. Now, what I'm going to do is start highlighting, because I realize I haven't highlighted. On the following day, on the 23rd, I sold my sofa. So I sold my sofa for £270 in cash. And what I've been doing with the cash I've received from the fridge and the sofa is I've been subsidizing whatever I needed. So for example, if I needed to go buy oh yeah, like I went to B&M the other day. I used the store credit for a mop, for just house supplies, etc. I use the cash instead. So I'm not gonna count the cash in my budget because I'm not very good at managing cash. I have it in my pocket, and I guess it's a little extra treat. What would make sense is to put it back in the bank and kind of, you know, credit these things that I owe, but the bank is actually really far from me, and it's a little bit of a mission to take the transit and with a whole wad of cash, and just don't feel safe in doing that. So what I normally do is take out 20 quid. Excuse me, let me have a drink. What I've been normally doing is taking out 20 quid here and there, and I'm just sort of like buying food to eat and buying the necessities that I need for the house, just to make it through this month, because I do know that I've overspent. Anyway, the following day is the 24th, where I received a paycheck. I went to Westo House, I got paid £125 and 90 pence, and that is from a lot of hours, guys. So luckily I get paid weekly, and it's built my reserves for this month's budget. The 25th would have been on Saturday. On the Saturday, I did work at the football club, and I spent £17 and 1 pence, and I could only guess that could have been from so a combination of cigarettes, snacks, and groceries. That is it. I'm hanging out with a lot of people who take cigarettes from me, and maybe I should stop that, because now that I'm talking about what my spend is, I realize that now that I actually am spending quite a lot of money. So that's the lesson I've learned from reviewing all of this. Sunday the 26th, I was working a double, so there's no time to spend any money at all. So I worked at a cafe for 7 hours, and then I worked at a pub following that for another 4 or 5 hours. So there's absolutely no time on a Sunday to go to a shop and do anything, which is great. On the 27th, which was yesterday, I feel a little bit more established because I've already handed in my keys. Actually, the keys I needed to hand in was on the 26th. So now I feel like a brand new person. I'm looking forward to my sister visiting, and she would actually visit on Thursday. So I've purchased Lion King tickets for £228 and 48 pence. I did have a voucher to credit that. We got some really good seats, and I thought, you know what, if anything, I really want to be up front row with my sister, and I think it's going to be a really memorable experience. So I was not sorry about spending that kind of money on my credit card. Maybe I will be later. So yeah, my personal spend to yesterday was £4.66, and that's just, you know, a few necessities. I got some milk, some bacon, and tomatoes. On the 28th, which is today, this is officially payday, so I feel a little rich. Only for a little bit. I got paid from the football club £191 and 43 pence. I also got my salary from my main job today, so I'm feeling really good. But looking at the maths now, I think it's going to be another tight month. So anyway, I'm going to save that for another video. I want to go through the closing bit here. So going through here, this is my February budget. Ta-da! Okay, so you can see here, I did have a large pot to work with. I had £5,634 and 38 pence to work with. And you guys, look at what I needed to pay for. I mean, like a good over half of that I needed to pay for 2 places. So I had to like I had to pay £800 there, 135.32 for bills, and then I had to pay for a deposit, and then I had to pay for rent, and then I had to pay for broadband and line myself up for all the bills that I'm looking forward to living in this new flat. So it was a month that I couldn't really avoid using my credit card with. So so just very quickly, in summary, my fixed expenses, I've under budgeted. That, I guess we'll go with that. I've under budgeted by £22 and 5 pence. I didn't see this Etika payment. So what's happened here is this is my Amazon Prime, which should have been credited because I do all these steps like to earn points, but I just didn't earn enough. So this is obviously from a weekend off in January, and I just didn't do anything. I was just too tired. So, but that cost me £7.90. My cell phone service, my mobile service, I had to pay 65p. I think I dialed an 0800 number somewhere trying to sort all the bills out. And my broadband, I thought I'd sign up to BT on a winter special, but I missed the deadline, so I'm paying for a better service, still kind of discounted. So it's gonna be $29.99 now. I'm really happy with it, by the way, because ever since I moved here, I have had no problems with the internet, and I use a lot of devices, guys. So it's quite a powerful service, and I'm happy to pay £30 a month for it because I do need it every single day. Variable expenses. This is where it kind of went ham a little bit. So obviously you guys know that I received cash from the sale of some of my furniture. So this is not what I'm trying to say, is that I've overspent on my variable expenses, and then I also had cash to play with. So I know I just didn't. I'm not counting that for the purposes of this. We all know this is one of those struggle months. Okay, so movers, I've overspent £100. Week 3, that is my Costco week. I spent over £190 and 98p, but I underspent in a lot of categories. And overall, oh, and a tithe. And I'm really sad about this because with tithe, I could only give £20 this month, and yeah, not 40. And I know that's a stretch, but really it's just after everything, it was just getting too expensive, but that's okay. That's okay. So overall, I've overspent £149 and 21 pence for my variable expenses. And I guess that's a combination of takeaway life, just not being prepared, etc. My good news, though, let's just see if you're in frame. Good news, with my investment flat, I actually underspent £1.23. So my mortgage just reduced. So really that figure was the first payment of the year. And then the subsequent payments are a little bit lower. So, which is great news. So there you go. So the fall in March, I wouldn't need to pay any services, service tradesman or whatever you call it, and my expenses here is going to be reduced because look, you know, the boiler's all fixed, all the works are done, and smooth sailing from here. We're back to normal, guys. Savings, this is where it kind of affected it. Look, I didn't save anything for my sinking funds. I just couldn't. There was just no way. Adding these two up, it surpassed, adding all like my extra expenses, it really did surpass that. So I'm gonna add that in. Where's my pen? Where's my red pen? Oh, here. So in December, when I am where it'll all be affected because a lot of this is going to service charges, I'm really what needs to happen is I need to revisit my sinking funds because there is capacity where I can pay for things yearly, like water charges. I can pay for that on an annual basis, my council tax, all that stuff. I want to make sure that I have enough to pay as much as I can, so I minimize the amount of payments there. So my sinking funds is going to be 200, well, I did not put 215 pounds and 16 pence. I didn't spend anything from IKEA, so I know I did spend about 80 pounds in IKEA, but there was an issue with the gift card that I received, I guess the voucher code. I couldn't get it in time, so I just didn't want to cause a scene, and I thought it would be easier to just pay for it upfront on my credit card. Oh geez, here we go. Amazon, I spent the remainder of my birthday gift in there, so that was really handy. And my credit card debt repayments, I only could fit in my minimum payments this month, so that is my February done. So in summary, did I do well? Not really. I think I did well not to exacerbate the debt thing, and I spent, but my total credit card purchases was 840 pounds and 85p. And I will just say that is the cost of moving, and I will just say that is, you know, it's not every day that my sister from Canada will come and visit me, so I have to get the place ready, and it's not every day I'm put under that kind of pressure. So after her visit in March, we're just gonna have a really good time, and come April, I think that's gonna be one of the steady months where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put my head down and focus, and hopefully start paying back the debt that I've accrued over the couple of years. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this one. What I do plan to do is I want to revisit my sinking funds. I want to do a March budget, and I also want to revisit my debt confession. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to me, please do. I try to put out content. I will try to put out content like more regularly. It's just that I was moving, and I have a lot of stuff to work with. Hey, yeah, that's it. So hopefully, like, once I'm starting to organize my life, and I could probably find things that I can put in Vinted and start selling things and everything, and just getting back in order. Okay, well, I'll stop rambling. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you had a better February than I did, and have a great evening. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye.